I'm gonna go over here in the woods. So got time with the family this morning. Obviously I made it in late last night. Left around 7 yesterday. Drive went good. Nice thing about driving at night is that it's easy drive. Not a lot of traffic. Even with it being a Friday night, once you get past rush hour, it's pretty easy. Got to catch up with a couple people on the phone. Now I'm doing some adventures. And everyone's leaving today. So yesterday was really the last day of BeachLAN, but technically today is the last day if you factor in people were playing all night last night, pretty much until they had to leave this morning, which is about right now at this time that I'm recording this. Well, being home a little early allows me to get a chance to catch up on stuff. For example, my truck that I took down for BeachLAN 11, it needs oil, it needs spark plugs, it needs some attention, some TLC, it needs a wash, so getting that done too. So just ran to the car parts store and now I'm gonna run over to Lowe's. Until you see it as valuable and put it into practice, self-awareness is kind of gonna be something that's foreign, or you just won't have self-awareness. That's part of it. You know, in the game of Halo, self-awareness is good on 2 levels. First of all, just in the actual game, in the competition, you have to be looking around. Your awareness of where you are and what power-ups you have, what weapons you have, the advantages of your positioning on the map. It's very, very crucial for you and your teammate. Self-awareness in the game is also valuable so that you know your talent and the talent of your competition. Self-awareness is can be humbling. It can also be encouraging. When it comes to your talent level, when it comes to your skill in the game. The dose of humility is definitely what I experienced, but self-awareness also ties into life, of course. Self-awareness is something that I think I've taken away from the game of Halo. And this past week has just been a reminder of that. It's a very important mental, lesson, an action, a state of mind that I think is important for every person to admit where you are, whatever that means, whether it's in your relationships, in your work, in your video gaming, in, your driving. I mean, whatever's going on in life, self-awareness is very important. For us, of course, mostly that has to do with our relationships, and whether that's in the workplace or at home, marriages, kids, family, parents. That's usually where this comes into play the most. Because people who are not self-aware, we all know those people. And those people have a really hard time having other people stick around them for more than a short season, I guess we'll say. So if you've never heard of that, never thought of it that way, this past week reminded me of that, because for me, it was humbling, honestly. I had to have self-awareness, and also I've been learning that through counseling. I've been talking to my therapist, doing some sessions over the past couple of years, like I've shared in a couple other videos, and self-awareness is so important in your own journey growing as a human and understanding your experience. So if a game like Halo can encourage us to think about that, I think it's a win. Pun intended, right? All right, so that wraps it up. That wraps up the week. BeachLAN 11, which is 2022. It was a weird one. It was affected by the virus that we will not name. A lot of guys weren't able to make it, but we made a week out of it. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to go. I'm glad that I had a little bit of ignorance under my belt going into it, so I kind of have an open mind, be ready to learn a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much I would learn, but it was a great week. So I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for, again, my family that on the back end to kind of make this happen and agree and go along with it. Thankful for the new friends I made. Thankful for you watching, subscribing, making this possible. On the financial side of things, I guess it's an influencer trip, right? Oh, there's got to be something I can do with that. That's funny, but I'll work on that. Thanks for following along. I know it's a lot of long videos. These aren't exciting, fast-paced, but this is just kind of my experience. If anything, it's just for me to look back at. Like I said, this was actually kind of a dad move to do a daily vlog because these are long videos with not a lot happening. And if you don't play the video games, it can be a lot of information that you don't understand. But this was my experience. This is just kind of in the raw, what happened, shot on my iPhone. And it's been a worthwhile effort. And now I'm back home. I'm a little more rested. My brain feels like I'm kind of recouping some of that cerebral energy. For however long you've been a part of this process, thanks for checking out That Millennial Dad as far as the channel goes. And I can't wait to get an excuse to do another one of these series. Maybe it'll be a little more exciting, higher quality, all that. Maybe a faster paced, exciting cuts. You know, all the things that are standard now. Be practically a Mr. Beast video of video gaming. I don't know. Or something else. Because this is not just a gaming channel. There's going to be a lot of other stuff. I've got to do some work on my truck, and maybe I'll be sharing some videos about that soon. Either way, thanks for joining along this week. It's been a great week of video games, Halo, travel, and now I'm off to the next adventure. See you next time.